Hey guys, welcome back again. So this time I'll be a bit louder because it's not so night. It's just 10 o'clock now, so it's fine. So today what we'll do is we'll do the same interview practice and we'll start with the very first one. That's arrays. Let's see. Arrays. Then we'll do the first duplicate. I've finished it, but I just removed my code just so you know how to do it. Okay, so now let's do it. So what it says is, like, given an array A that contains only number in the range from 1 to a dot length, find the first duplicate number for which the second occurrence has the minimal index. In other words, there are more than one duplicated numbers. Return the number for which the second occurrence has a smaller index than the second occurrence of the other number does. If there are no such elements, return -1. I did it like a lot before and it looks a bit complex. Let's see. It's just, I think, if you just look at the example, it says, okay, 233152, and then it return 3 because we need a first duplicate, which is 3. Yeah, just find out the first duplicate and we'll return -1, right? If there are no such elements, then return -1. So it will be -1 if there are no duplicates. Okay, now let's code it. Okay, so here is a small note that's written here. Write a solution with O(n) time complexity and O(1) additional space complexity, since this is what you would be asked to do during a real interview. Okay, cool. So we have to find some optimized algorithm. Okay, but first let's just generalize it how to solve this. Okay, so let's go just first let's solve it. So we want to find the first duplicate, right? So like I said in my previous video, I don't say tutorial or anything, it's just the way of thinking, how to approach your problem. Just so you know, you can face the interviews or you can just practice. Okay, these are the questions, you can try it yourself. Still, yeah, let's do it. You have an array. Okay, now we have to find the duplicate. The basic thing we'll do is we'll always do this set of integer. If it's a duplicate, if we put everything in a set, then to find out, like, the set will know if the set already contains the same element or not, right? So we can check that. So it's like we have 233152. So what we'll do is, if we have 2, then we'll put this in set. If we have 3, we'll put this in set. And when the next 3 comes in, now the set already has 3, so we'll know, okay, there is 3, and then we'll return it. Else we'll just loop around and say, okay, there is not anything, and then we'll return -1. Okay, so set s of duplicates is equals to new hash set. Okay, just initialize the set. Now what we can do is we can actually loop through the array elements. So to do that, you can do either array int I equals to 0 to I less than a dot length I plus plus. Just loop through every elements in it and then just keep on adding on the sets. Okay, so we'll just do duplicate dot add this value of ai. Okay, so it will be a0, a1, a2, and then it will basically add it in a set. But we don't just want to add it in a set. What we want to find out is if this number is already in a set. So what we'll do is, if this set, let's rename it like s. Let's rename yourself. Okay, use the naming convention whatever you want to. Now if s dot, suppose if s dot contains if s already contains the same number ai, if s already contains the number, then return that number. Yeah, what is so harming? Else add. Now we don't even need to add this one, because why we don't need to add it? So it will basically go to this loop. If it already contains, it will return. If it won't, it will try to add it here, right? It will. So if there is no any duplicates, it will come out of this loop, which will basically return us. It was quite easy, right? It will basically return us the value. So this will be -1. What we want is this. Let's see if it's correct. Yeah, it is correct. You can actually submit this post, okay? But here's the thing. So this says there should be O1 additional space. Though this is ON time complexity, but the addition we have, see, we already have initialized one more space, so it's not a constant space, okay? So we should not use this. No, this was easy, but no. Now let's think of some other approaches that we can do to actually solve this. The other thing would be, what we can do is, see, we cannot make the set, but what we can do is, this music is good. Okay, so the next approach should be, what we can do is, we have this number. What we'll do is, if we have the number 2, so instead of writing it in a set, we'll try to make an array some kind of its index as kind of set, or we'll search based on its index and the number. Since all these numbers are greater than 1, so what we know from this is there won't be any negative numbers, right? Okay, so since there won't be any negative numbers, this is good, right? So what we'll do is, we'll try to put, if it's a number 2, then we'll negate this number. It will be -3. Then this index was already found, so -2 index is already found, right? No, not the index, but the I value. So if the number in that index, in the second index, is negative, or if any number is negative, it will be negative. What will it be? If it's negative, if the index is negative, then yeah, that number is already there, right? So if we see the 3, what we'll do is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Since we don't even need to do with 0, we'll do with 1. So it will be 1, 2, 3. Let's do this number. Okay, 2 will be this, 3 will be this, 1 will be this. So if this number right here, 3, is negative, then we'll see if the 3 comes again, then we'll see if that index has a value less than -0, then less than 0, -0 and 0 is the same thing, then it will be already same. Okay, yeah, whatever, I know you guys didn't understand it or whatever, I was also confused. Let's try it the way I think it should work. Now what we'll do is, we'll need a basic loop at first, so it will be what caps lock for each int a for each int, let's just do int I equals to 0 with the length is length I plus. Then for every numbers, what we'll do is, see, we'll get the number, number is equals to ai. Okay, so now we have the number, so this will be, at first it will be 2, right? So what we'll do is, we'll change the index of 2. Okay, so how we can do is, we can do, if no, what we'll do is, we'll make the same index, this so the value in that index we will negate it is equals to minus ai. Okay, so this is basically, this is same as into minus 1. Okay, this is similar, this is similar to ai is equals to minus ai, right? Yeah, so we will negate that number. Then if the number is already negative, so we can do, if the number ai is less than 0, then if the index, if that index already has the number less than 0, then it's not the index, you know, it, what it is it is actually the, it is the number, but it is on that index, so we have to actually see the index in there. Okay, so it's like, who the fuck is this? Fuck. Let's see, do we have any good, yeah, this song is good. Okay, now we'll basically see if this number, is, because this will be the, suppose if ai is 2, then we have to see if the number in that index, that is 2, is less than 0, then we will return that number, which is the index, right? So the index is, what is the index? Index is I, isn't it? Else we'll just see now. So what am I doing here is, I basically took a number ai, then I made it a negative value. So if ai is less than 0, ai, let's pause it for a while, I'm not able to think. So okay, then what we'll do is, if this number is ai, then this number is minus ai equals minus 1. Okay, what, okay, we have this number ai, suppose 0 1 2, yes, the second number will be negative, right? So if that index ai 0 1 2, ai is 2, so if the, okay, I at first I will be 0, then we'll make 2 as minus. No, we should not make 2 as minus, we should make 0 1 2, this third value to be negative, because that index is negative. So what we'll basically do is, we'll do the value, the index in this, but since it is like 1 2 0 1 2, right, ai, but ai can be 1 2 3 4 5. See, there are 5 numbers, but if we see 0 1 2 3 4, it will be only go till 4, so the indexing is like 0 based index. So we actually need to subtract 1, because the second element is this, right? So we want to negate this number when it is 2, not this. So 1 2 3 4 5, there is no 0. Cool. So we will basically negate number 4 when I is equals to 0, negate, no, when I is equals to 0, yes, then it has the value second, then index we want to see is the second index. So we will, the second index here will be, this is 1 one based index, not the 0 index, or so it will be the 1 base, and then we will negate 4, right? Correct. So we will basically negate number 4. Now now if the same value, while again looping, see, we don't want to do this right here because it will turn it positive. If it's 2, like if it's 3, it will negate this number as -3, and then it sees this again, then the value will be positive, right? Negative minus 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 is equals to plus. Cool. So we don't want to do that there. We'll just do this here. Okay, cool. So we'll just negate the number, and then we'll negate the number, and then we'll do this. Does this look good? Then we will actually return, what will we return is, we will return the value of this thing, AI. Okay, let's see what happens here. One thing. Yeah, so I had to stop the video for a while. So where we are is, we have this values here, which is this. Okay, what we're doing is, I see. Okay, so yeah, this value is basically negative. So what we want to do is, we don't want the negative value. So when we have this number here, we want to see if the value, if the number AI, right, this number, which is the same number, AI is that 3, 4 will go to 4. So we don't actually need this thing. What am I doing this? So we'll only need, we want to make sure the value there is not negative. So we'll just write in this index, in math dot absolute, then we will return math dot, we will return the value whatever it is, and return math dot absolute value. We don't need the negative number, we only need the positive number, right? So this is the same thing here also. Now let's run this test. Okay, cool. So that's it, done. Cool, man, this is your answer. So this is actually completed in time on with on time complexity. Is just looping over it once, and it has O1 addition, it doesn't have any other spaces. So cool, very good. Now just do the submit. I don't want to submit because I already have this. So yeah, this is it. Thanks very much.